Well, night shift are gone, and hopefully they've prepared lots for me to paint. Weather's going to change tomorrow, and it's going to warm up after a cold night, and that means condensation, so I've got a problem. Anyone noticed the share prices of Wix lately? Since about Boxing Day. Really funny. Dropped to kind of whoop, sort of whoop. Look after Mr. Gibbons.
There's a lot wrong with her. Nothing we can't fix, but there's a lot. And with an Abbott, as I say, everything's on top of everything. So it's a lot of stuff you got to take off to get to things.
Dun, 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 dun. Takes a long while, but it's the only way. I would like to have sandblasted, but I don't want the mess at the moment. This one here is in oxide, not in oxide, in etching. Looking very smart. And I'm saying that, it's missing one of its catches, which is a shame. Unless they took them off. No, it's missing a catch, but I've got catches. So I started doing a bit of painting on this corner, and that's looking quite spiffing. And young Michael is doing a bit more on the decking and the crutch. I now feel free to say the word crutch as much as I like. So yeah, things are coming along. And I think we've got to paint that fuel tank today, and then we're going to get an Abbott pack and strip that and do some work on that, probably for Heiko.
Right, we've run it up, we found a few leaks, we found plenty of problems with it, more than I care to admit. That's going to need doing. Oil leak around the bottom, the oil leak from up there. These all these leads are not in the right spot, and they're liable to sort of rub anywhere and everywhere. Fans aren't working, airbox needs remaking. I'll probably replace every single one of these coolant hoses. Rad's going to have to come off. Heat exchanger is going to need to go off and be tested, possibly remade. And then all these pipes and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know what happened, but we'll probably get them pipes remade. Either out of brass or steel, or possibly put them on a hydraulic fitting pipe. That might be our best option. And yeah, plenty of things to do. I don't really know what this is here for. Some sort of return they've made up to the oil tank, but there's no oil coming out of that. It's not breathing heavy. Yeah, plenty of bits and bobs. As I say, we'll get it up to the workshop, and then you can really look into it. Right, and the pack is loaded. Let it all the way down. Yeah, that'll do. Right, time to take this old girl up to the top. Get a thorough steam clean, and then start ripping into it. Lots of bits to come off, lots of bits to come apart. All good fun. Should we go for blue silicone hoses or pink ones?
I think we should go for neon pink.
Neon pink, yeah. Maybe have to get some baby blue paint. Woo!
What are you doing, boys?
Bit of metal finishing.
Is that the one you use on your toenails?
Yeah, this is the new one, the old one broke.
Oh, look at that, look. So there you go. You've got to get your aluminium bin boxes beautiful. Beautiful. So when you back into something, it's worth making an insurance claim.
It's times like this when we have to drive nice and slowly because we don't want the engine rattling around too much.
My job today, and it probably be all day, is painting, and I've got this little dinky brush with stiff brushes and then a great big floppy brush for flopping it on, and the idea is to do that whole thing perfectly, 2 coats of green, and then fluff it down and give it the spray job. But I know that if I do it in 2 coats there, and I'm covered, the red oxide is an oxide, yeah, and so is the green, but if I do it in red and then I do it in green, I know where I've been. Whereas if you do it in green and you're going over green, you never really know. And this old girl's a keeper. Oi, Biggie! It's a keeper, isn't it? He wants to come out in this one. I'm going to make a special seat so he can sit up there and bark at people. Ashley's sealing up our tank hearse so as rain can't get in it. And then it's going outside. Tom, he's playing in the mud. He's power washing an Abbott pack. All good fun. Oh, that's a bit of a milestone when you put your front headlight canopy back on the front of the Abbott. How cool is that? Remember, some of those bolts are shorter than others. The ones go in the back end.
We know that.
Goody, good, 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 good. Well, that looks pretty cleaned off. Not much paint left on that. And we ended up taking the whole hatches off. They're aluminium, so we'll do them. Top's coming on nicely, but it's a long job. And bear in mind, we've got to now leave it 2 days, fluff it over, and then spray it. But I'm getting in just about everywhere with my little brush. My little brush there, beautiful. Well, looks like they've been nice and busy. That last area to do is looking pretty sharp, pretty clean. I'm going to go over it with sandpaper again and then blow it off with the airline. And then spray the aluminium in etching first, and then hand paint all the metalwork, all the steel. And then tomorrow will be the big green up and fitting a few more bits back on. It looks nice. It's got the light guards back on the front. It looks more like an Abbott now. I did forget to ask Night Shift to needle gun the tripod. You've got to have a tripod because that's what you bounce your arse off when you're getting on and off. Yeah, it looks like they'll be working down here as well. Oh, look at that. Not sandblasted, needle gunned. Yeah, there's a bit more to do along here, but it looks to me like they've got quite a lot done. How many vehicles have I gone to buy only to look at, you can tell it's been sandblasted by little bits they've missed and little kind of scabby bits along here where they haven't quite given it enough sand. And then you look closer and you look at the rams, and the bloody rams, your tensioning rams have been sandblasted and the chrome's completely knackered. Yeah, I'm a big fan of sandblasting bits, but not sandblasting whole vehicles. Yeah, this is dry. I can do this. I can do this. A little bit of tickly tickly. What I do tonight, we can fit tomorrow. It's not about how much work you do really, although that is important. It's being prepared for the following day. And then you don't hang around waiting for things to dry. If this is all dried, it can go on. And it's another bit that won't get kind of lost and knocked about. I can't afford to have this Abbott in the workshop long. We've got a lot of other things to be doing that are really important. The Abbott is important, but only to me. There's no other real importance, just that I want to get it done because she's beautiful. There we go, that'll sit on its little legs without really touching anything. This fuel tank's going to be white tomorrow. Bish bash bosh, bish bash bosh. There's nothing like a brush, mate, to get in all them little weldy nattery bits and all the bits you can't see. Stipple, stipple, stipple. And then give the whole thing a proper respray at the end, just so as you don't get all them little marks showing quite so much. And sometimes you can't get in with a brush, but you can get in with spray. But I would say the brush is a little bit better, like that. Just leave that like that. Bosh. Just like that. There, pretty good even coat. I don't think I've ever known an Abbott where the battery box actually locks down properly. And this is going to be the first one. It's moving. It's moving. And that's what I found all over on this old girl. I'm just waking it up really. It's going to take a while. I'd reckon 200 hits. Well, it's all about the gun crutch at the moment. And I'm tickling it in there nicely. I might paint the asbestos bit so we don't all die. That's that bit there, that's asbestos. If I exported that, technically I should take that off and throw it away. Yeah, on a Stalwart you have to take the head gasket off, the brake pads, and one or two other bits, because they've got asbestos in them, eh? If they're going to Australia or New Zealand. Anyway, things are taking shape nicely. I've even masked that up and all that's etching primed. So I took the windscreen wipers off in the end, thought that'd be easier. And I took the handle out of the battery cover. I'm going to have the only Abbott in the world where the battery cover closes down and the handle goes around and it locks. The only one in the world. It's not a great design. So things are progressing. Tonight it will almost be completely in primer or top coat. And that's got to be a bit of a landmark.